Hello everyone. Welcome to the virtual class of Redemption of RPS. In previous sessions, we have discussed full-length questions with all related adjustments, and we have also prepared balance sheet in vertical format. Today, in this session, I would like to discuss one most important question with some different adjustments. Dear students, now we are about to finish our chapter. In previous sessions, I have covered almost all the aspects related to the topic. But before ending the chapter, I would like to discuss one or two questions in which a few untouched adjustments are given. So let us have first question of this particular variety. On your screen, a balance sheet is given from Bahubali Limited as on 31st March 2019. On liability side of the balance sheet, equity share capital 12%, redeemable preference shares of rupees 100 each, rupees 80 paid up is given. General reserve is given for 1,38,000, capital reserve for 12,000, security premium for 8,000, creditors for 1,20,000, and bills payable for 22,000 are given. On asset side of the balance sheet, land for rupees 5 lakhs, plant costing rupees 2 lakhs, goodwill 76,000, bank balance 60,000, debtors for rupees 1 lakh, bills receivable 54,000, and last item of the asset side, stock inventory, is given for rupees 50,000. So total of the balance sheet on both the sides are 10 lakhs 40,000. In the second part of the question, additional information is given. And in this question, this additional information is playing important role. So focus on each and every additional information given to us over here. The company on 1st April 2019 decided to redeem 12% RPS at 10% premium after complying with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. From this paragraph, it is clear that after following all the provisions of Companies Act, company would like to redeem preference shares at 10% premium. It means we need to redeem face value of the preference shares plus 10% additional amount as premium. The notice was given to pay the calls before redemption. 200 shareholders holding altogether 700 shares failed to pay the final call money on redeemable preference shares. As per the provisions of the Act, we need to convert partly paid preference shares into fully paid up before redemption. In order to follow this provision, the company made a final call and in response to these final call, 200 shareholders. Number of shareholders are not important for us, but it is given in the question. 200 shareholders holding 700 number of shares. These number of shares are highly important for us. Failed to pay the final call money on redeemable preference shares. Means the company has made a final call. All shareholders have given amount of final call to the company, but holders of 700 shares failed to pay money to the company. This is most important instruction for us we need to follow at the time of calculations. For this purpose, the company utilized undistributed profit and reserve. After that, the company issued a minimum number of equity shares of rupees 100 each. In this part of information, it is given that first, company will utilize undistributed profit and reserve. It means for the purpose of arrangement of the fund, the company will first focus on internal source, that is to create capital redemption reserve from the divisible profit or profit distributable to shareholders. After creating CRR, if company is in need of additional amount, then the company will issue minimum number of equity shares. Minimum number of equity shares. Company don't want to issue number of equity shares in order to collect the amount. At the time of redemption, 15 shareholders. Number of shareholders have least concern. 15 shareholders holding altogether 320 shares were untraceable. It means at the time of redemption, company would like to pay amount to all the shareholders. But 15 shareholders were not traced. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? कंपनी रिडम्पशन के टाइम सबको पैसे देना तो चाहती थी, लेकिन 15 बंदे ऐसे थे जिनके पास कुल मिला के 320 शेयर्स थे. कंपनी उनको ढूंढ ही नहीं पाई. बहुत स्वाभाविक है, अगर आप शेयर होल्डर्स को ढूंढ नहीं पा रहे हो तो आप उनको पेमेंट नहीं कर पा रहे हो. सो अगेन वी आर नॉट एबल टू पे amount to 320 shares at the time of payment because they are not traceable. The directors decided to maintain a minimum bank balance of rupees 1,50,000 and also agreed to provide necessary amount of temporary loan to the company if required. At the end, it means after the process of redemption, we need to maintain a bank balance of rupees 1,50,000, but this time we need not to issue shares like earlier questions. This time, whatever the shortfall is, the director is ready to provide short-term or temporary loan to the company if required, अगर जरूरत पड़ी तो. Then the company decided to utilize the resultant reserve created out of the redemption of RPS for issuing fully paid bonus shares to equity shareholders. At the end of the process, we need to issue bonus equity shares. This is very common adjustment now after calculation of so many questions in earlier sessions. And what we need to pass journal entries and we need to prepare a balance sheet after the process of redemption. Let us move to the solution of the problem. In this particular question, no adjustment related to selling of investments and other items are given, so we are not supposed to worry for this. So before starting our process, let us calculate number of shares. Equity shares rupees 5 lakhs divided by 100 rupees per share means the company has issued 5,000 equity shares. 12% RPS, paid up capital divided by amount paid per share. 2,40,000 rupees paid up capital divided by 80 rupees per share. So the company has issued 3,000 preference shares. Now directly enter into process of redemption, as we do not have any other additional transactions related to sale of investment and everything. So the first step is make a call to convert partly paid RPS into fully paid shares. This step is applicable only in the case when shares are partly paid up. In case of fully paid up shares, we have to avoid this step. But for this question, step number 1 is also important. 12% RPS. Face value of the share is rupees 100 per share. Paid up value of the share is rupees 80 per share. Face value 100, paid up value 80. So you can easily identify the nature of the shares. These shares are partly paid shares. Now, the first and foremost step is to convert these partly paid shares into fully paid. So amount required in final call for 12% RPS, rupees 20 per share on 3,000 shares. Just before 1 or 2 minutes, we have completed a calculation of number of shares, that is 3,000. 3,000 shares of rupees 20 per share. So total amount called from the shareholders 60,000. But as per the information given, a few shareholders said no for the payment of final call, and the company failed to receive amount of rupees 14,000 on final call at the rate of rupees 20 per share on 700 number of shares. कंपनी ने तो अपनी साइड से सभी शेयर होल्डर्स को बोला कि चलो भैया हम रिटर्न करना चाहते हैं, आप फाइनल कॉल की अमाउंट जो 20 रुपए बाकी है वो आप पे कर दो। लेकिन कई शेयर होल्डर्स ऐसे थे जिन्होंने कंपनी को फाइनल कॉल अमाउंट देने से मना कर दिया, और उन लोगों के पास 700 शेयर्स थे। इट मीन्स ऑन 700 शेयर्स at the rate of rupees 20 per share, company failed to receive rupees 14,000. So out of 60,000 rupees called by the company failed to receive 14,000. So amount received on call rupees 46,000. In previous any of the question, this situation was not happened. पिछले एक भी क्वेश्चन में यह नहीं हुआ था। पिछले क्वेश्चन सभी में क्या हुआ था कि जब हम कॉल करते थे, शेयर होल्डर्स हंसी खुशी कंपनी को पैसे दे देते थे। लेकिन यहाँ पे कई सारे शेयर होल्डर्स ऐसे भी हैं जिन्होंने कंपनी को पैसे देने से मना कर दिया और उनकी टोटल अमाउंट होती है 14,000. सो इन दिस वे द कंपनी हैज रिसीव्ड टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ रुपीज 46,000. Let us pass journal entry for this. Final call on preference shares account debited 60,000 to 12% RPS capital account 60,000. We have made final call on 12% RPS, but we have not received amount in full. So bank account debited 46,000, whatever the amount received from the shareholders. Calls in arrears account debited, amount not received from the shareholders transferred to calls in arrears 14,000 to final call on preference shares account 60,000. We have called 60,000 rupees and it is already adjusted over here. We have received 46,000 and calls in arrears amounting to rupees 14,000. I hope everybody is clear with step number 1. Let us enter into step number 2. In this question, step number 2 is also important. So let us refer the question first. As per question and our calculation, we are clear that we have 3,012% RPS. You can check the calculations that we have made earlier in order to find the number of shares 3,000. RPS on which final call is not received 700. So number of RPS redeemable by the company 2,300 shares. 3,000 total shares. Final call not received 700. So 2,300 shares can be redeemed by the company. यहां पे एक बात आप अच्छे से समझो. जब कंपनी ने कॉल किया था तो जिनके पास 700 शेयर्स थे उन लोगों ने कंपनी को बोल दिया कि चलो हम लोग फाइनल कॉल की अमाउंट देने वाले नहीं है. तो कंपनी क्या करेगी? कंपनी रिडम्पशन के टाइम उनको बोलेगी कि भैया चलो आपने फाइनल कॉल नहीं दिया है, हम आपको आपकी जो अमाउंट बाकी है कैपिटल की वो हम आपको अभी रिडीम्ड नहीं करेंगे. I repeat my words. We are not supposed to redeem these 700 preference shares right now, but we have to redeem these shares in future as and when we will receive the amount on final call. आज उन्होंने पैसे नहीं दिए हैं तो आज हम उनको रिडीम नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन फ्यूचर में वो लोग जब भी पैसे देंगे तभी हम उनको उनकी अमाउंट वापस करेंगे. एज पर रूल वी हैव टू रिडीम ओनली fully paid up preference shares. So to follow the provision of the Companies Act, we cannot redeem partly paid preference shares. ये 700 शेयर्स ऐसे हैं जिस पे फाइनल कॉल की अमाउंट कंपनी को मिली नहीं है. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये 700 शेयर्स अभी फुल्ली पेड नहीं हुए हैं. तो जो शेयर्स फुल्ली पेड अप नहीं हुए हैं वो हम वापस नहीं दे सकते. इन दिस वे वी हैव टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट पेमेंट ऑन दिस 700 shares. Take it very seriously because in this question these kind of technical aspects are incorporated. So we have to redeem 2,300 shares. So 12% RPS capital, 2,300 shares multiplied by 100 rupees. So amount is 2,30,000. add redemption premium at 10%. It is given in the first paragraph of additional information. So on this 2,30,000, redemption premium at the rate of 10% is 23,000. So total amount payable to RPS holders on this redemption is rupees 2,53,000. Let us pass journal entry for this transaction. 12% RPS capital account debited, 2,30,000. RPS redemption premium account debited 23,000 to RPS holders account 2,53,000 being amount redeemable or payable to RPS holders. I hope everybody is clear with step number 2, including these technical aspect. Let us move to step number 3. And in this question, we need to arrange fund for capital part and RPS redemption premium part all together. Because as per the information given in the question, we need to issue minimum number of equity shares after using all the amount available to the company as distributable profit. So we need to focus even on redemption premium part, because redemption premium is also influencing the figure of divisible profit called profit and loss account or general reserve or whatever available in the balance sheet. Let us refer this item first. We need total amount of 2,53,000. For these 2,53,000, 2,30,000 is for capital part and 23,000 rupees for redemption premium part. This is nothing more than combination of step 3 and step 4 in order to define the amount. Let us refer. For these 2,53,000, we need to collect 230 for capital part and 23 for redemption part. Now, how to collect these 230? We need to issue new securities. We need to create CRR, and to adjust these 23,000 for RPS redemption premium part, we can use security premium, and we can also utilize profit and loss account, general reserve account, or any other account which is available as profit distributable to equity shareholders or shareholders. So in short, to collect these 250, we have these 4 sources of fund, or you can say amount available to us for our adjustment. This is most important and turning point of this problem. So concentrate on this problem very properly. Once you calculate everything, again our answer will be on track. Now just refer. First we need to adjust RPS redemption premium. Amount of RPS redemption premium is rupees 23,000. Check liability side of the balance sheet. On liability side of the balance sheet, security premium is given as rupees 8,000. We are issuing new securities at par. means there are no chances to receive single penny as a premium in new issue. क्वेश्चन में यह दिया गया है कि कंपनी मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर्स इश्यू करेगी और वो भी एट पार मींस फेस वैल्यू से, तो वहां पे कंपनी को प्रीमियम मिलेगा ऐसी कोई आशा ही नहीं है। आप लायबिलिटी साइड फोकस करो, आपके पास सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम है 8,000। इन न्यू इश्यू देयर इज नो एक्सपेक्टेशंस टू रिसीव सिंगल penny as a security premium. It means to adjust these 23,000, right now the company have 8,000 rupees from security premium account. So remaining 15,000 to be adjusted against profit and loss account. Check liability side of the balance sheet. Information related to profit and loss account is also not given. It means we need to adjust these 15,000 rupees compulsory against general reserve account. क्वेश्चन बड़े दिल से टेक्निकल बनाया है ताकि आप एक भी गलती करो बाकी का एक भी आइटम सेटल नहीं होगी। We need 23,000 rupees for redemption premium. We have security premium of rupees 8,000. नए इश्यू में सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम के चांसेस मिलने की कोई संभावना नहीं है और प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट की अमाउंट हमें चाहिए, लेकिन हमारे पास प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस भी नहीं है। इसका मतलब बाकी के जो 15,000 हमें चाहिए वो कंपलसरी हमें जनरल रिजर्व के सामने ही एडजस्ट करने पड़ेंगे। और आगे देखिए क्या होगा। आगे आप देख सकते हो कि हमने ये अमाउंट सब एडजस्ट कर ली है। मैंने यहां पे लिखा है CRR अकाउंट 1,23,000। सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम वेयर दिस फिगर कम्स टू अवर कैलकुलेशन। हमें यह समझना है कि ये 1,23,000 रुपए आए कहां से है। फोकस ऑन लायबिलिटी साइड ऑफ द बैलेंस शीट। इन योर क्वेश्चन amount of general reserve is given as 1,38,000. If you refer your question very properly, you can easily trace this figure 1,38,000. Now for a student of commerce, it's very easy to understand the relation. Out of these 1,38,000, we have transferred rupees 15,000 over here. हमारे पास 1,38,000 रुपए हैं, उसमें से हमने 15,000 रुपए आरपीएस रिडम्पशन प्रीमियम को एडजस्ट करने में लगा दिए। इसका मतलब आउट ऑफ रुपीज 1,38,000 वी हैव यूटिलाइज्ड रुपीज 15,000 टू एडजस्ट आरपीएस रिडम्पशन प्रीमियम। सो 1,38,000 minus 15,000. So the balance amount available to the company in general reserve is rupees 1,23,000 and this amount is utilized for creating capital redemption reserve, that is CRR. I hope everybody is clear with this calculation. Still we need to calculate one more item. Let us move to this solution. We need total 2,30,000. Out of this total 2,30,000, we have created capital redemption reserve for 1,23,000. So out of 2,30,000, 1,23,000 is adjusted. So balance amount is rupees 1,07,000 collected by the company through new issue of equity shares. Now you can check on the screen, everything is settled properly as per the information given in the question. Total amount required 2,53,000. Amount required for capital part 2,30,000. Amount required for redemption premium part 23,000. Security premium available to us 8,000. So remaining 15,000 adjusted from general reserve. Total general reserve is 1,38,000. 15,000 utilized to adjust RPS redemption premium. So remaining 1,23,000 utilized to create CRR account. Total requirement for capital part 2,30,000. 1,23,000 rupees adjusted as CRR. So balance amount rupees 1,07,000 from new equity shares issued by the company at par. I hope all of you are clear for this most important settlement of the fund altogether for capital and redemption premium part. Now everything is formality for us. Let us pass journal entry for issue of new shares. Bank account debited 1,07,000 to equity share capital account 1,07,000, being 1070 equity shares of rupees 100 each issued at par. In order to calculate number of shares, 1,07,000 divided by face value rupees 100, 1070. Let us transfer amount to CRR. General reserve account debited 1,23,000 to capital redemption reserve account 1,23,000. So in this way we have collected rupees 2,30,000 for capital part. Step number 4, that is RPS redemption premium. We have already adjusted RPS redemption premium earlier, but this is revision for you. Amount required for RPS redemption premium 23,000. Security premium opening balance as given in the balance sheet 8,000. Remaining 15,000 rupees utilized from general reserve. You can check the calculations that we have finished just before 2-3 minutes. Security is a premium account debited 8,000. General reserve account debited rupees 15,000 to RPS redemption premium account 23,000. So in this way we have adjusted amount of RPS redemption premium. As I said, this is one of the most important and technical question in which we need to take care of all other aspects in order to follow the provisions as well as the informations given by the examiner. Now we are at the age of payment. So let us pay in step number 5, payment to RPS holders. Nothing is smooth in this question. So payment to RPS holders required one more calculations. As per information and our calculation in step number 2, we need to pay rupees 2,53,000 to our shareholders. But it is not possible for the company to pay the amount to a few shareholders because they can't trace by the company. अगर कंपनी को उनका पता ही नहीं मिल रहा है तो कंपनी उनको पैसा वापस कैसे करेगी? How do you find this 35,200? You need to check the question very carefully. Per share rupees 100 plus 10% premium, that is 110 per share, right? Now refer to the question very carefully. As per the information, company is not able to trace a few shareholders and they are owners of 320 shares. We have least concern with the number of shareholders. We have concern with the number of shares. They are owners of 320 shares. Per share amount payable to the shareholder: 100 rupees for capital plus 10 rupees for redemption premium equals to 110. 320 shares multiplied by 110 rupees. So 320 shares multiplied by 110 rupees equals to this 35,200 rupees. Company would like to pay 2,53,000, but somehow the company is not able to find out a few shareholders and they are owner of 320 shares. So we cannot redeem them, and finally the company has paid rupees 2,17,800 rupees to the shareholders. यहां तक आते आते दो बार यहां पे चेंज हो चुका है. पहली बार total number of shares were 3,000. Out of that 3,000, we have stopped payment on 700 because they failed to pay final call. इसका मतलब हमें 2,300 शेयर्स वापस करने थे. हमने पूरी तैयारी 2,300 के लिए की, लेकिन यहां पे आके हमें पता चला कि अब 320 शेयर्स ऐसे हैं जो किसके पास है वो पता ही नहीं चल रहा है. इसका मतलब अगेन we cannot pay 35,200 rupees. So total amount paid by the company 2,17,800. Let us pass entry for this transaction. RPS holders account debited 2,53,000 to bank account that we have paid rupees 2,17,800 to RPS holders suspense account. Sometimes it is known as only suspense account. Ultimately, it is one in the same. This account is a temporary account. आप में से कितने बच्चे ने सोच लिया है कि चलो अब ये लोग मिल नहीं रहे हैं तो हम पैसे नहीं देंगे? ऐसा नहीं है. Dear students, right now they are not traceable. It does not mean we are not supposed to pay them forever. आप एक बात अच्छे से समझो. मैंने आपसे 100 रुपए उधार लिए हैं जो मुझे आपको कल वापस करने हैं. मैं कल शाम आपसे मिलने के लिए आपके घर पे आऊं और आप मुझे घर पे मिल नहीं रहे हो. इसका मतलब मैं कल आपको आपके 100 रुपए वापस नहीं कर पा रहा हूं. इसका मतलब यह थोड़ा ही हुआ कि मुझे आपको कभी पेमेंट नहीं करना है. As of now, they are not traceable, so we will not pay them. But in future, when we will get the idea about them, we need to pay. So till the date, we need to transfer this amount to RPS holder suspense account or suspense account. It is one kind of liability for the company. क्योंकि जब वो आकर बोलेंगे कि चलो हमारे पैसे वापस करो, तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि भाई जब हमको देने थे तब आप हमें मिले ही नहीं, तो अब हमें देने की इच्छा नहीं है. This is not fair. So we need to shift this 35,200 to a special account called suspense account or RPS holders suspense account. So यहाँ पे भी एक twist आया. This question is full with so many twists right from the first step. Step number 6, that is all about issue of bonus. As per information, the company has utilized its CRR for the purpose of bonus issue. It is clearly written in the question that the amount of CRR is utilized for bonus. So, the company has issued the bonus for rupees 1,23,000. That is entire amount of capital redemption reserve. In order to understand rupees 1,23,000, it is necessary for you to visit step number 3 and also to keep amount of CRR rupees 1,23,000 in mind. So we have transferred rupees 1,23,000 to CRR. Right now we are utilizing entire amount of rupees 1,23,000. Therefore, number of bonus equity shares issued by the company 1,23,000 divided by 100 rupees per share. So 1,230 shares issued by the company as bonus. Journal entry. Let us declare the bonus first. CRR account debited 1,23,000 to bonus to shareholders account 1,23,000, and now issue the bonus. Bonus to shareholders account debited 1,23,000 to equity share capital account 1,23,000. In a first entry, we have announced the bonus, and in second entry, we have issued 1,230 bonus equity shares to our shareholders. आप यहां पे आके ये सोच रहे हैं कि चलो जैसे तैसे खत्म तो हुआ, लेकिन आप गलत सोच रहे हैं. You are on the wrong track. Still we need one more calculation, and this is all about temporary loan given by the director of the company. Let us calculate the amount of loan given by the director. Opening balance of the bank account 60,000. We have received 46,000 rupees on final call of RPS. Rupees 1,07,000 on new issue of equity shares. For these 46,000, you need to refer step number 2 amount. Step number 1 amount received on final call 1,07,000. Step number 3 issue of new shares. Total question mark because we don't know the total amount with us. Still we need to calculate amount of loan received from the director. जब तक ये अमाउंट नहीं मिलेगी तब तक टोटल मिलने के कोई चांस नहीं है. Less amount required for the payment to RPS holders 2,17,800. You can refer step number 5 amount paid to RPS holders. And at the end we need closing bank balance of rupees 1,50,000. It is similar kind of calculations that we have completed in previous a few questions, maybe 4 or 5 in numbers. But in that questions we need to calculate number of new equity shares issued by the company. Here we need to calculate amount of loan from the director. So this calculation is not affected to the process of RPS redemption. अगर यहाँ पे ये दिया होता कि कंपनी नए शेयर इश्यू कर रही है और उसकी अमाउंट पता नहीं है, then we need to calculate number of new equity shares issued first in between the process of redemption. But here it is not affected to the process, so it is computed at last stage. Again in reverse order calculation, 2,17,800 plus 1,50,000, total amount 3,67,800, and it is total of these two amount. I hope everybody is clear with the figure of 3,67,800. We have rupees 2,13,000. These 2,13,000 is the total of amount received. Opening balance, final call on preference shares, and amount received by new issue. I hope everybody is clear with the figure of these 2,13,000. In between these two, we have amount of loan from the director, and the amount of loan from the director is balancing amount or the amount of difference, rupees 1,54,800. So the director has given a loan of rupees 1,54,800 to the company on temporary basis. Let us pass entry for these transactions. Bank account debited rupees 1,54,800 to loan from director's account 1,54,800. With this calculation, our entire process of redemption and all other adjustment comes to an end. Let us arrange all the transactions in proper sequence in order to prepare our journal entries. First entry for final call on RPS. Second entry for amount received on final call. Third entry is all about amount redeemable to RPS holders. Fourth entry is related to issue of new equity shares. You can check step number 3. Fifth entry is related to amount transferred to CRR account. Sixth entry is all about adjustment of RPS redemption premium against security premium account and general reserve account. You can check calculation in step number 3. We have discussed in detail. Amount paid to RPS holders, and for the shareholders who is not able to trace, we have transferred to RPS holders suspense account. We have declared bonus from CRR account. We have issued bonus equity shares to the shareholders from CRR, and at last we have received loan from our directors. So these journal entries are nothing more than the systematic arrangement of the transactions that we have completed earlier, one by one, step to step. After discussion of journal entries, let us move towards final part of our topic, that is preparation of vertical balance sheet. Equities and liabilities. Shareholders fund. Shareholders fund includes share capital of rupees 7,86,000. For our intensive calculation, we can check on the left hand side of the screen balance sheet given in the question. The face value of the equity share is rupees 100 and total capital is rupees 5 lakhs. So let us check on right hand side of your screen. Existing shares 5,000 shares multiplied by rupees 100, that is rupees 5 lakhs, that I have traced from here. During the course, the company has issued new equity shares, that is rupees 1,07,000. This is my recommendation to you to refer step number 3 in order to find out new equity shares issued by the company. Again, the company has issued bonus of rupees 1,23,000. You can refer step number 6 of RPS redemption premium, where we have issued 1,230 bonus equity shares. So total amount of equity share capital is 7,30,000. 12% redeemable preference shares. पिछले सभी क्वेश्चंस में ये अमाउंट हम आरपीएस होल्डर्स को रिडीम कर देते थे. मीन्स आफ्टर रिडम्पशन वी आर नॉट सपोज टू एंटर दिस अमाउंट इन द बैलेंस शीट, बट स्पेसिफिकली इन दिस क्वेश्चन it is a turning point. 700 shares on which we have not received our final call. So face value of the share is 100 into 700. So share capital is 70,000. Out of this 70,000, the company has not received 20 rupees per share. You can check. First step, when we have called 20 rupees from the shareholders, holders of 700 shares said no to pay final call. So 70,000 minus 14,000 is equal to 56,000. So total share capital of the company 7,30,000 for equity, 56,000 rupees for preference. Total 7,86,000. Reserves and surplus 12,000. Let us refer note number 2. On the left hand side of your screen, information related to old balance sheet is given. On right hand side, calculations. General reserve amount given is 1,38,000. Out of this 1,38,000, we have transferred 1,23,000 rupees to CRR, and we have transferred 15,000 rupees to adjust against RPS redemption premium. You can check step number 3, in which we have discussed everything very slowly and gradually with different charts. So 1,38,000 minus 1,23,000 minus 15,000. It means entire sum of rupees 1,38,000 utilized by the company for CRR and adjustment of RPS redemption premium. So balance amount is 0. Second, CRR amount transferred by the company to CRR rupees 1,23,000. And in step number 6, company utilized this CRR in order to issue the bonus. So 1,23,000 minus 1,23,000. So balance amount is 0. Securities premium available in the balance sheet of the question 8,000. We have utilized these 8,000 in order to write off RPS redemption premium. Step number 4, you can refer for the confirmation of the figure. So 0. And last but not least, we have capital reserve of rupees 12,000. There is no other effect in capital reserve. So 0, 0, 0 and 12,000. So total amount of reserves and surplus inserted in the balance sheet is rupees 12,000. Then other current liabilities 3,32,000. For this we have prepared note number 3. Let us visit note number 3. Current liabilities. Check creditors 1,20,000, bills payable 22,000. During the course of payment to RPS holders, we failed to trace 320 shares. So amount payable to that shareholders 30 35,200. You can refer step number 5 to confirm the figure of 35,200. And we have received a temporary loan of rupees 1,54,800 from the directors of the company. So total amount of current liabilities inserted in the balance sheet 3,32,000. So total of equity and liabilities 11,30,000. Let us enter into second part of the balance sheet. The second part of the balance sheet is asset side. First item is non-current assets. Non-current assets includes fixed assets tangible and fixed assets intangible. Fixed asset tangible is rupees 7 lakhs and fixed assets intangible is rupees 76,000. Let us refer the calculation. On your screen, information related to balance sheet given in the question is available. Land 5 lakhs, plant 2 lakhs. So land 5 lakhs, plant and machinery 2 lakhs. So total is 7 lakhs. This is amount of tangible assets. Non-current, that is a fixed asset of intangible nature. Information of goodwill is given over here, 76,000. Goodwill is defined as intangible assets. So 7 lakhs rupees for tangible non-current asset and 76,000 rupees for intangible non-current asset that we have inserted in our balance sheet. And last, current assets 3,54,000. Let us refer calculation or note number 6. Bank balance as per the information given in the question. Refer additional information part of your question. It is clearly mentioned that company wants to maintain minimum bank balance of rupees 1,50,000. So without wasting any moment on this calculation, 1,15,000 inserted over here. If you want to confirm the figure, you can add all the receipt in opening bank balance and deduct all the payment items. So you will get this figure. We have already completed this item in earlier statement. Debtors 1 lakh, bills receivable 54,000 and stock or inventory 50. So total amount of current asset is 3,54,000 that we have inserted in the balance sheet. And total of the assets is also rupees 11,30,000. I hope everybody is clear with this solution. This is one of the most important calculation with so many technical aspects. So kindly revise these questions as many as possible time, because it includes so many technical terminologies and part for the purpose of computation and following the provisions of Companies Act 2013. So this is my request to all of you to refer this question very properly. As I said, now we are at the end part of our chapter. We have discussed all ordinary and routine transactions in previous all questions. So in this question, like a name Bahubali, a few Bahubali transactions are also incorporated. So take care of these things very carefully. Thank you. God bless you. Keep learning, keep growing. See you in next virtual class.